News coming out of Hollywood has been few and far between in January, unless we're talking about fires, but given it a good shot in the arm with the release of the Oscar nominations this week. And well, there were some records set and some, I don't know who gives a crap, noms handed out, and this Emilia Pérez film getting 13 nods with an opportunity with a, it's like, okay, like we're going to take a look at some of the nominations and obviously have a laugh at one because of course the Oscars went full Oscars on this one, but it's a weak year and the Oscars are as self-indulgent as ever. It's like, I don't know who's hosting this. I don't know if they know who's hosting it. Wasn't it rumored that Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds were going to be there? But you would think, right, like that would be the big news because giving out a bunch of noms, 13. Okay, not quite a record, okay, because Ben Hur still has a record with 14, and total wins is shared by Ben Hur, Titanic, and a little film that I just so happened to watch over the past weekend. Oh yeah, Return of the King. You're telling me that there's a very high likelihood, especially with the weak competition, that some loser film is gonna break the record of one of, if not the greatest films of all time. Okay, for me, it's like the complete Lord of the Rings trilogy. Like it's one work. It's impossible to separate anything out. Just watching. Well, yeah, I guess rewatching them after a very long time. The extended editions, because of course I did. And as you're watching this right now, I'm probably watching one of the Hobbit movies because I'm gonna rewatch those because I just want to see if they are in fact that bad. And next weekend I'm gonna be watching Lord of the Rings again because I wanted to go ahead and get the full experience so I could go ahead and really understand how far we have fallen as a society, because Lord of the Rings came out 25 years ago. We just celebrated the release of the greatest trilogy of all time. It's a full complete work, and in watching the over 4 hours of the extended cut of Return of the King, I mean, it's one of those things. It's kind of funny because as much as I love Two Towers, it's probably my favorite part of the story. Like the Ent stuff is really dry, and it's obviously the weakest part of the trilogy. I don't think that's too controversial. And if it is, well, okay, I guess I'm dropping a hot take right here. But my engagement with it dropped a little bit, but it's like what, 10 minutes of mediocre content across 12 hours of genius. But yeah, there were a couple of things breaking on Saturday night that I wanted to pay attention to, and then on Friday when I was watching Fellowship, the Lothlorien stuff, as much as I like it, it's like, I at least had an opportunity, check a couple of things. But for Return of the King, the entire way through, I was enthralled, and it wasn't until it was getting late in the evening and I needed to go, get up and, stretch your legs a little bit. It's been like just about 3.5 hours. I was getting up, ready to go, and then I ended up falling asleep just before Frodo and Sam were entering Mount Doom. So I had to wait a couple of days to finish off Return of the King. Like, I was engaged the entire way through. I wasn't sleepy, wasn't drowsy at all until I needed to press pause to go to the little boy's room. Like, it's an astounding achievement in filmcraft that has yet to be usurped in quality, but may in fact get passed in accolades by a film that nobody's going to remember 6 months from now, which is... I don't care that much about the Oscars, but as much as the industry puts weight on this dilapidated model, it just goes to show and prove how far they have fallen. Let's take a look at some of this stuff, okay? Oscar noms. Emilia Pérez leads with 13 nods. The Brutalist and Wicked, oh my god, score 10 apiece in a wide open race. Oh my god, just look at that. Okay, those are your 3 Hallmark movies. Like, people have heard of Wicked, but the other 2, it's like this is the best that Hollywood could offer in 2024. All right, then. Nominations for the 97th Oscars were revealed Thursday morning with a major takeaway. The heralds the most wide-open awards race we have witnessed in years. Yes, a far cry from last year when Oppenheimer expectedly dominated the proceedings. This time, the race for Best Picture features a class of wildly different, audaciously ambitious films. Emilia Pérez, a musical about a Mexican cartel leader who fakes his death and undergoes a gender transition, but cannot avoid the people in her former life, leads all nominees with 13, including Best Picture, and most by a non-English language film in Oscar history. Oh, okay, cool. So this is going to repeat like that other Asian, I forget, was it Korean, was it Japanese, was it Chinese, was it Dirty Knees, Look at These, like what was the one that ended up winning, for a few years back? Was it Parasite? Who gives a shit? Nobody even can name the last 5 Best Picture winners. Like Oppenheimer won last year, but what won the year before that? Exactly. Also up for the top prize is Anora, okay, The Brutalist, a complete unknown. Why are you being redundant? Conclave, Dune Part 2. Okay, I'm Still Here, Nickel Boys, Look at This Nominee, The Substance, and Wicked. Okay, well, I've heard of The Substance because that's one of those niche movies that it was at least making the rounds. Wicked, but Dune Part 2, like, that came out in March, okay, and its shelf life was relatively small, but that's probably the most, outside of Wicked. But I think Dune Part 2 ended up making more money, but that's about the most mainstream nod. And it was a film that people were like, it looks pretty. It at least gets, it got nods for cinematography and special effects, which is, of course, do. But yeah, the only one that I've heard is like actually good is The Substance. The rest of it, it's like, I think I might have heard something about Anora, but outside of that, bro, it's like, who cares? Okay. But yeah, Best Picture nods, Anora, The Brutalist. Okay. I just also taking a look at these production houses. It's like, wow, the big guys are, they're really out on their ass right now. But you got Netflix put out Emilia Perez, huh? That's kind of interesting. Actor in a lead role, you got Adrian Brody once again, Timothée Chalamet. This is actor. Oh, okay, right. Well, we're going to be doing that again. Coleman Domingo. Norman Osborn. Cool. And Sing Sing. Ray Fiennes in Conclave, Sebastian Stan for The Apprentice, because he played Trump, okay? That'd be great if Trump wins an Oscar by proxy. Oh my God, just thinking about the tweets after that one, that was going to be great. But then, of course, I think probably the most notable nominee here is coming out of the actress in a leading role category, and yeah, you got Nosferatu herself, Cynthia Erivo in Wicked. And well, as much as I'm gonna like some of the interviews that are going to come out of that, say we're just going to get more cringe hand holding and her crying and Ariana Grande looking like an extra off the set of The Machinist, like that'll be interesting. Okay. And yeah, Demi Moore in The Substance. I think that she's probably do that one because for everybody who's seen it says that, she puts in a career performance, but who the hell is Mikey Madsen, Fernando Torres? Don't really care about any of that stuff. But the Karla Sofía Gascón nomination. That one right there, that's the one that's making headlines. And that one right there is exactly when the Oscars went full goddamn Oscars. As Karla Sofía Gascón becomes first openly trans actor nominated for an Oscar. Because these bitches suck at everything. And as Verbal Riot points out, hope he wins. Women in Hollywood need the gut punch reality check of seeing all their hard work dismissed so a mentally ill man can finally be named Beat Actress. You should be Best Actress, but yeah, I mean, and first openly trans, I mean, like, it would be really tough to cover up that jawline. Like, holy shit, is she getting nominated for Best Actress in a film or Best Actress in a video game? What are we doing out here? But yeah, man, that sentiment of, yeah, these actresses just really need a gut punch to have somebody, on the back of a gimmick win the peak award in their field. It's just like how all of those female athletes were cheering on. Oh yeah, transgender rights are so important. Okay, it's just a bathroom. You live your truth, girl, until it started to directly affect them. Then all of a sudden they became the most virulent turfs this side of Pontiac, Michigan. It was just beautiful to see. And then to see all of the simps come out and try to, save them from the consequence of their own poor decisions. Go to hell. Man, seeing the wokest of the woke go ahead and having to applaud this lumbering dude walk up on stage going, I just got to adjust my balls here real quick. Yo, thanks for this award, B. It would be great. Oh, just please make it happen. It would just be so much fun. Because covering Hollywood this year, it's going to be like covering the fires. Devastating. Because in so much as I was hopeful for a couple of releases in 2024, like I naively made a couple of videos about, hey guys, that Joker 2 movie looks pretty good. And then it came out, it's like, holy shit, what happened to him in the shower? Huh, weird. I didn't really think that that's the way that the Joker film was going, but Todd Phillips had different ideas for, the Arthur Fleck and his career. And then, of course, hey, we're going to be getting a Warner Brothers Lord of the Rings film? Like, that's got to be, oh my God, what did you do? 2024. had promises in certain areas, but holy shit, did it not deliver. But 2025, it's like, there are some films that could be fine, like Superman, I'm sure it's going to be fine. Fantastic Four is going to be disappointing, but honestly, shit that's coming out this year, I'm just like, I'm not looking forward to any of it. I've seen the slate and none of it really jumps off the page to me. So yeah, mocking their failures is going to be fun. Please cut this dude some slack. Karla Sofía Gascón, the star of French film Emilia Pérez. So yeah, we got a trans actress in a French film with a Spanish title. What are we doing out here? Has become the first openly transgender actor to be nominated for the Academy Award. Gascon was nominated for Best Actress category for his role in the Spanish language musical crime drama. The movie, directed by Jacques Ayard, is available on Netflix. Yeah, I'm watching that shit, especially with the price increases. Yeah, the price increases to make sure that, all the actresses have the appropriate jock straps available. And Gascon has also been nominated for a Golden Globe. Well, Golden Globes in this case, the Screen Actors Guild Award, the BAFTA, and the Film Actors Guild Award. In fact, she and co-stars Zoe Saldana, Selena Gomez, and Adriana Paz shared the Best Actress award at the Cannes Film Festival. In the film, Gascon plays a Mexican crime boss, which, yeah, I could see that working. Okay, I could definitely see that face accommodating, one of those big old curly mustaches. Like, that totally makes sense. Yeah, who seeks out a lawyer, Saldana. Okay, you're already pulling me out a little bit. Who can help the character transition into living as a woman. So, okay, so you got nominated for Best Actress. It just sounds like you're playing your life. It's not really acting. What are we doing out here? Emilia Pérez racked up the most nominations this year, with Saldana scoring a Best Supporting Actress nomination in the film songwriting. Writers earning 2 nods for Best Original Song, and I think I've seen some really cringe clips go around about this movie. So yeah, you know what? Yeah, you know what, the Academy, just go ahead and blow your load, okay? For as much as you want to walk back all of your politically motivated bullshit this time around, they're going to be yapping up a storm about Trump. Goddamn well they're going to. And in so much as there's a couple of articles making the rounds in the industry rags about how we kind of need to work with the incoming administration, and there's still some dyed-in-the-wall ideologues that are going to spurg out, and in so much as I just want to see the backlash to this, or just the absolute cope that'll be on display when 2 dudes walk away with the Best Actor or the Best Acting awards on the night. I just also want to see the ratings after this, because who the fuck has heard of any of these films? God damn it, Hollywood. What happened to you? When Sly and Mel Gibson come a knockin', open up the door, because we need to make Hollywood great again, because this right here, Christ almighty, at this point in time, we also need to make the Best Actress category great again. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.